So, we're getting a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. Yay? I think? Honestly, I don't know if I'm excited about this or not. I mean, obviously this is because the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a worldwide success. Then you got the DC Extended Universe. Now, everybody wants a cinematic universe. We're possibly getting a Pokemon cinematic universe because the Detective Pikachu movie did so well. And it looks like SpongeBob's kind of getting a cinematic universe, but not technically by movies, but by a bunch of spin-offs from the show now the creator passed. But they kind of announced this thing a few years ago, and the movie's supposed to come out like last year, and it got pushed to next year. And they want to start this cinematic universe of all these Hanna-Barbera characters together, coming together to take down a bigger threat. So, here's the question. If this is meant to be some sort of goofy parody of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I can only imagine who would you have to be the Hanna-Barbera equivalent of Thanos. I mean, I know there's a ton of cartoons from these two guys, and they make quite a bit of stuff, but I'm not sure if any of the cartoons has some sort of big threat that could threaten the entire Hanna-Barbera universe. It just seems kind of weird to me. I mean, I like a lot of the stuff they have. I love Scooby-Doo. I really like the Flintstones, Yogi Bear, Jabberjaw. Some of the stuff I watched when Boomerang was still a cable channel or option on demand. But I don't know how this is going to work. I'm actually more curious to see how they're going to do this and have a bunch of these movies about these characters be on cinematic. I mean, what can you come up with them that could be dire or conflict worthy for a movie? And I kind of thought they were going to do this. They would just do some DVD movies like they've done for Tom and Jerry and a lot of the other Scooby-Doo movies. I actually would have been much better with that. But the fact that this is going to be theatrical and they're going to be in 3D and not 2D and you changed all the voice actors, that's a kind of a problem for me personally. I mean, the design of Scooby isn't bad. They did get all the features right, unlike some other companies. They did get all his features right, but it's just the concept itself is kind of weird. Let me read it to you guys. The premise for the Scooby-Doo movie was called Scoob. I don't know why. I think Shaggy calls Scooby that sometimes as a nickname for some reason. They decided to name it Scoob. Scooby-Doo is the hero of his own story in Scoob, the first full-length theatrical animated Scooby-Doo adventure, because it took us this long to do one, which reveals how he and best friend Shaggy became two of the world's most beloved crime busters. The story takes us back to where it all began, when a young Scooby and Shaggy first meet and team up with Daphne, Velma, and Fred to launch Mystery Incorporated, while at the same time the gang team up with other beloved characters from the Hanna-Barbera universe to take down Dick Dastardly and follow his evil plans. So is Dick Dastardly Loki, the Loki equivalent of this universe? Then yeah, who's the Ultron equivalent? Who's the Killmonger equivalent? Who's the Eagle equivalent? You just think about all these villains you got there. You know at some point they're going to alter something about any of these characters or the villains so they're at the level or goofy level rate for the Marvel Universe. Yeah, it's really weird. It kind of sounds cool, but I'm sort of concerned. I mean, listen to the voice actors we got. First of all, they kept Frank Welker, but everyone else is not going to be in the movie. No joke. They only kept Frank Welker as Scooby-Doo because, you know, there'd be a riot if they got them all together. So they kept Frank Welker Scooby-Doo. Zac Efron is going to play Fred. Yes, High School Musical boy is playing Fred. I guess that could work since maybe his voice would sound, you know, young enough to do it. I would personally just stick with Frank Welker because he sounds no different from the time he started. We have Amanda Seyfried as Daphne live. Gina Rodriguez, who's the voice of Carmen Sandiego on the Netflix show, and she's on that Jane the Virgin show on CW. She's playing Velma, so I guess Velma's gonna be, I don't know if she's gonna be like Latina now, or that's just for the voice. I really have no idea. They don't have any pictures of their new looks for the movie. Then they have Will Forte as Shaggy. Again, why? What was wrong with the people you had? That kind of saved you some trouble by getting casting, but I guess with the tradition of these blockbuster movies, they don't really have a big blockbuster movie based off a toy or a video game or a show. Most of the time they have some big stars playing the characters, whether it's just for the movie or they're playing other people. And it's kind of weird because they seem to rely on that more than it being a good story. Now, it did work for like the Lego movie and the My Little Pony movie. And My Little Pony, it worked because they still had the original people. They just had stars playing new characters. But for here, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I guess they don't want to have the same old voice actors, which makes no sense considering they still play the voices well. It's not like nothing's wrong with them. I mean, I listened to Frank Welker. I thought he was maybe sick or he was starting to sound different. But no, he sounds the same and everyone else sounds the same. So go figure. Okay, now to tell you, they're going to have some other characters in here. And wait till you hear this. They got a few others. I don't know if they're going to reveal more later, but so far we got a couple more. Tracy Morgan is going to play Captain Caveman. I guess? I mean, that's not the person I thought would be the voice of this character. I mean, I've seen a little bit of Captain Caveman, not a whole lot, but I'll expect me John DiMaggio to do the voice, but we have to go up with big celebrities, so Ken Jeong is going to be Dynamite. I'm not kidding you. I am 100% serious. I'm reading this straight from Wikipedia. You can even look it up yourself. Ken Jeong is Dynamite. So are they gonna change Dynamite where he won't be as goofy, or is he gonna be like Ken Jeong himself, or are they gonna have Ken Jeong just act like Dynamite, or is it gonna be a mixture? Because I see they're probably gonna try to update a lot of these characters, and Dynamite just being the super goofy superhero probably wouldn't work out. They probably just have him like Ken Jeong make a bunch of pop culture references and act kind of weird and like he's cool with the other characters. Then you got Kiersey Clemens as Edie Sykes. I'm not familiar with her, so I can't really judge that casting. And then Edie Sykes apparently is from the Captain Caveman series. So yeah, I can't really judge that one because I'm not familiar with her. So if you know her and the role she's done, maybe you can give some advice of like what she's been in and see if she's really a good fit for this character or not. Okay, and then we have Mark Wahlberg as Blue Falcon. You know, this is starting to remind me of the Teen Titans Go movie, where when they didn't have any of the DC superheroes speak that weren't, you know, the kids and the teenagers, they were the adults, they had them silent in the show. And then when they got to the movie and they started speaking, they were all voiced by celebrities. Like you had Nicolas Cage and Jimmy Kimmel and Yacht and was it Anna? I think Anna Kendrick and Will Arnett. You had all these big stars. You're saving up for them. I'm not familiar with Blue Falcon as much either. I remember they did have a sort of movie with Scooby-Doo in one of the DVD movies, but again, why Mark Wahlberg? And then lastly, Jason Isaacs is gonna play Dick Dastardly. So it would be kind of funny if they had one of the Marvel people on here, and it was sort of a parody of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like if they had Tom Hiddleston voice Dick Dastardly, that'd be kind of like the shout out. But I can't think of who would be the equivalent of who. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting cast they got here for this movie. It's pretty weird and funny at the same time. But oh, that's not all. They also got a bunch of other movies coming, but they only announced like maybe a few. They got one for the Flintstones. Who's gonna be the villain for the Flintstones? I thought just caveman life would just be hard enough. And then you got the Jetsons movie. Yeah, the Jetsons and the Flintstones, and I think they're making a movie about Speedy Gonzales. I guess they're tired of doing Looney Tunes movies altogether, so they're just doing particular characters, of course, minus Space Jam. And then we got a Wacky Races movie, which I guess would be the Avengers equivalent, all of them coming together. Maybe they have to do a race each time to defeat either Dick Dastardly or some other villain. The only way they can do it is by completing a race. Oh man, this is... And then, oh no, also, we're also going to be doing probably a Tom and Jerry movie too. I don't think that's Hannah-Barbera. No, it's not. but they're gonna give them a movie too. I guess now we just gotta wait for just about every character in this compilation to get a movie. I guess we'll have to see when we're gonna get an Adam Ant movie, a Hong Kong Phooey movie, Johnny Quest movie, Jabberjaw movie. Yeah, let's just give them all movies. I'd love to see what they do with like Great Babe or Magilla Gorilla. Yeah, somehow, for some reason, we are getting this. It's real. And I guess you guys can let me know what you think of this. I mean, I think it's pretty bizarre that they're even doing this in the first place. But I know they're taking advantage of the popularity of Marvel's cinematic universe. It's just incredibly bizarre they wait this long to do it. If they were going to do it, I would prefer them to do it on DVD, maybe like in 2010 or 29, whenever the year that the first Iron Man movie came out. Maybe they could have done it then, and then it would have made much more sense. But, yeah, this is really, really weird. And you should see, like, go to Wikipedia or something and see all of these old shows and movies are making comebacks. Like with Animaniacs now being on Hulu, they're gonna make them family friendly, so they kind of won't be as much of a critical comedy because of the stuff that they can no longer joke about. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, because this is pretty weird. I'm kind of laughing at the fact that this is a thing now. We are getting a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. I guess it's time for me to come up with some castings for that too now. So yeah, and let me know what you think. And there's like some other cartoons that you want to see be made into the cinematic universe. Can't believe we're saying that, but it is real. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.